get down to the B side.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. Tell your friends, baby. The Angela Rashay Show is getting started. Now, I know this one's going to look a little bit different because normally you see my nice little face up on the screen ready to greet everybody. But you know what? This week we had to make some things work. We had to make it shake how it shake. I had actual drag shows happening. So I'm literally recording this video while I am in the process of working on a wig that I have for a gig coming up later this week. So we multitasking. We trying to get it together. Me and my ADHD do not allow me to do one thing at a time sometimes. And sometimes I do have to go ahead and follow my body and do what it tells me to do. So today I'm in the process of messing with this wig while we talk about these things, but I'm gonna get through this real nice and easy, and we're gonna have a good old time. So sit back, relax. You know, this could be one of your little lurk situations. You know, put it on in the background, just listen to it in a little podcast format, and that's okay. We're gonna get it together this week. I'll be back on camera next time, whether it's this week or next, because sometimes we might do these 2 episodes at a time, because I'm not gonna hold you on the weeks where they have a little filler. You know, I'm not super pressed about, you know, doing all that. So, but we'll see. So let's jump right in. We're going to jump right in. We're back here with Chasing Dallas. I'm going to break it down, but not the stuff happening, just the production things that I see. If I can see the wheels turning, or if we can't see the wheels turning, but I know how the wheels turn, and I just appreciate the fact that the wheels did turn. We're going to talk about all of that and more. Let's get right into it. We open up with Lord have mercy. Look, it's 4:20 on the day that I'm recording this. So if that doesn't tell you what it's giving over here, I don't know if that doesn't tell you what it's giving, this will. Okay, if you didn't hear it, well, I don't know what you're talking. Well, I don't know what to tell you, baby. It is what it is. Let's get right into it. Okay, episode 3. Okay, we right back here at this party. I don't have too many more notes for this party scene. I do feel like I just wonder, were the people getting tired holding the cameras? I feel like y'all was getting a little tired holding the cameras, because the camera shot started to get a little rickety, a little shaky. You know, it was definitely given very, very, very much. I've been holding this for a year already, and my hands and my arms is tired, and y'all is carrying on just a little too hard. But outside of that, the scene was cute. You know, it was good outside the motion sickness. There is one moment in the scene where George pops in and we get this green screen from Ted Lee, and he kind of snips at Markel, I'm assuming, about, I don't know why y'all keep asking about this man. I don't deal with this man. I don't whoop. Friend, the green screen is supposed to be your immediate thoughts in that moment, not in the moment you're recording it, but what did you think in that moment? If you didn't think nothing, well, one, we all know you thought something. That's why they showed that shady green screen of you basically trying to brush him off, act like you wasn't going to say nothing, but you said a lot. Secondly, you felt some type of way. You could, I mean, honestly, Ted Lee, this is one of the moments where you got to act like acting is required for reality television and the green screen. Baby, you could have just hit him with he showed up, I didn't see him. Next. And it would have been okay, but that whole, I don't know why you keep asking about this person I don't deal with. Sir, we got introduced to you as his good friend, as his good friend. Y'all then proved that y'all had a real good friendship, a deep friendship during the last season. Now we saw y'all fell out, and we get that y'all fell out, but at the end of the day, people want to know, where did that go? How did that play out? And since he not on the show, you have to give us some closure. You were supposed to give us closure to that, because now the people still going to be wondering what's going on between Ted Lee and George. So I really hated that got put in there. I personally would have nixed it, and I would have told Ted Lee, put on your acting shoes, friend. It's time to be an actress. And you got to be an actress in this green screen. That's all I'm saying. But out of that, the scene was fine. The next scene was Jet and Robert down to the Peru. This was clean. There's nothing really to talk about. This Ted Lee travel scene, I'm not going to hold you. This transition, of all the things moving around the screen to get to Las Vegas is probably one of the cleanest transitions, travel transitions y'all have ever done in an edit. It was cute, it was clean, it was adorable. It looked, it was giving TV quality. It was giving you got paid a hefty coin to create this edit. Um, so very, very, very well done. I was thoroughly impressed by how like everything just kind of cut together. It just looked really, really good. So I appreciated it. I did not, however, appreciate that we could tell that the filming quality for these next few parts was drastically different. And I get it because Ted Lee was filming all of this stuff by hand, but it was just like montage, montage. Like, baby, this is where it's important to have a travel buddy who's on cast. Ted Lee, this is where you were supposed to take one person on cast, set the camera in the corner, and film a little 1-2 about what you was doing. Hell, you could have took a friend. I get it, and I know it's work. I know it's busy. I know we can't, always do these things, but for the television aspect of it, when y'all go do stuff alone, it's hard to show it in its fullness because then it's just you and the green screen talking about it, which kind of just leaves it happened, but people don't really care. But shout out to Ted Lee working. No shade. Next, we have the Jet and Barbie photo shoot. I'm not going to hold y'all. It kind of gave Ariel be late, but at the end of the day, it was probably actually a much better filming situation to go ahead and just film Jet while he doing his little 1-2s, had a little shots of that, and then you can film him and Barbie outside, and they talking, and then we get to go home. I mean, was she late? Sure, but did it kind of work out in the end because they didn't have no distractions? She wasn't standing around just watching him do pictures. Yeah, so you know what? Shout out to how this went. Who's next? Astro's work scene where he's learning about the U-Bar clean. Marquise and his friends sitting around down to the dinner talking, clean. Seven's concert, baby, this was perfectly executed. And Seven, I have to give you your credit as an artist and credit to the sound system down to the South by Southwest, because we got a blend, a hybrid, if you will. It's 422. We had a hybrid, if you will, if you're a hybrid kind of girl. I don't know if you're an indica sativa or a hybrid, but we got what today was a hybrid of the live audio from South by Southwest and his actual tracks. Seven, you have to be one hell of an artist for us to be able to use your live vocals, and it still hit on top of the track. Now, I know you were performing to your performance track, but still, baby, your live vocals were a part of this. That is no easy feat, and it should be a true testament to you as an artist. For me, as somebody who's been a sound engineer, I'm already in love with you. Look, as someone who films watching you on stage, I said I could film this and have a good time with it. Like I could just, Seven, you are a producer's dream. Period. Dario looked like he had a fun time editing this whole thing together, and I promise you, he stopped a lot to dance. Cause baby, keep in mind, y'all, we only saw snippets of these performances. Can I get one order of, actually, let's skip that. Dear Chasen, can y'all please post the entirety of the South by Southwest? That would be lovely. Thank you. Or give it to Seven. Seven, call Dario, ask him how much it would cost for him to edit together that entire performance, like the whole thing, and then release that. Yeah. Because I want to see it. Because I want to see it. I don't know about the rest of the people. The rest of the people might want to see it. I want to see it. I ain't worried about nobody else. I want to see it. So can we make that happen, please? And thank you. Y'all still have the raw footage. Thank you. Moving on. Oh, it's the end of this episode. Child, was a Halloween party. On a personal note, I was a little disappointed in the costumes. But we're here to talk about the production. So, the walk-ups were great. I love the fact that y'all had this space that had this little stairway in it. It really helped a lot of people to get their little 1-2s up. So shout out to that. That was actually kind of cool. We loved it to see that. Outside of that, baby, Andaria, you ate with these sounds. Oh, you ate with these sounds. You ate with these sounds down. Baby, it was, and you know what's even better? It's better when us, the cast, or not the cast, God, not the cast, it's better when us as the viewers kind of create moments for people. So there's one sound note that happens when Sean takes his glasses off. Now, after the last few seasons, we all know what that means. When Sean take them glasses off, baby, it's about to go down, okay? And we got a good old sound change. As soon as Sean pulled them glasses down, the shit went left. So thank y'all for going ahead and accenting the parts that we already recognize as the turning point, because now it just helps to overemphasize it. We knew as soon as Sean took them glasses off and we saw it and we got that little music change, boot is about to go left. And surely enough, it sure did. Again, this episode I consider a little bit more of a filler. We addressed some things that had happened in the past. We got a few new kickstarts happening, but nothing fleshed out really. We got to see the people working. It was a good episode. It was nice. You know, it was, I mean, for a filler episode, it was a high tier filler episode. I will have to say that because it did end on some chaos. But we love that. And so it was really, really good. Whoever keep coming up with these little messy games, you need to be punished. Okay, punished. With that, that brings us to the end of that episode, baby. Now we move into episode 4. Oh, my God. All right. So let us jump into this 4th episode. Baby, this one is stay out my business, okay? So as we ended the last scene, it was, they were at that Halloween party. We open up this episode. We at Kesey's video shoot. Shout out to Kesey. He's working. The scene was clean. Everything about it, clean. We love that for him. Shout out to you. You're still working. Next is the scene between Astro, his mother, and his grandmother. First things first, go ahead and just cast grandma, because she was reading. Okay, she was reading for filth. Okay, bring grandma back. Bring her around the cast. Oh, excuse me, the 420 is hitting. Lord. But, bring grandma back. We like grandma. Grandma was funny as hell. Yeah, we liked her. She was a good time. Now, that being said, I'm going to have to ask, now, Astro, did you go in your mama's closet for your sexy red wig? Because your mama had the same wig on, look like, that you had on down to the Halloween party. Did you take her wig for that party, Astro? Is that what happened? Is that how you got you said it came from Amazon, but did you actually take your mama wig, or did you give your mama the wig after you was done? Which is also fine. But I did clock that they look the same. So I was just a little, confused. Ooh, 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to put it on mute real quick so I could catch my breath. My goodness. Anyway, the rest of that scene was real clean. Everything went by nice and smooth. The scenery was real nice. It looked like a really nice place to film. Y'all should film there more often. It was quiet. I'm just saying. Next, we have the fathers of the group, being Robert, Marquise, and JC, come together to have a conversation about them being fathers. This entire scene was wonderfully put together. It was clean, but outside of that, it was just transitioned so well, so that each person got to have a moment and tell their story, and we had the ability to connect to each person during this. So that was definitely really, really nice, and I appreciated the way that they kind of slowed down the pacing of the show to let this breathe and to let us have this moment. I think like literally everybody in the audience was like fully involved and fully engaged in the emotions of what was happening. And honestly, fatherhood in our community is a wonderful thing to see. So I appreciate that they got to put something on display that is really not talked about as often in the LGBT community, especially as it relates to the men who do have children, who no longer entertain relationships with women, or are willing to entertain a relationship with either or. So, again, just really good to see. Clean scene, well put together, well timed. I think that's the biggest thing about this one. The timing was phenomenal. The next scene, Lord have mercy. The next scene is Sean's fragrance tester. They're at the place to mess with the fragrances and the oils and all of those things. And so this was all over the place. Oh my God. Here's the thing. Chasing only has about 2 camera operators. at a time and maybe a tripod. Um, this whole scene felt like Markel. They had you running, baby. They had you like the Black Eyed Peas. Okay, they said Markel, and you just keep running, running, and running, running, and running, running. Baby, you was tired as hell. I know you were tired as hell. Okay, you had to deal with everybody walking in, dealing with all of that. Then you had Jet and Astro talking to the side. After you done film these people dealing with what they dealing with, so now they off in here talking to the side. Then they get heated and they got pulled apart from what we saw. Now this is where I got confused and I have questions about the continuity here. So we watched Jet and Astro go in different directions as if they're gonna cool off this conversation. Then the next thing we see is Jet and Astro back together again. But we did not watch them go back in the same direction. We watched them separate, and then magically they were in the same direction again a second later. Then we go to the scene between Tedley and Robert where they are talking about Robert calling Tedley out for lying, whatever. If you listen real close in the background, you can still hear Jet fussing. I'm wondering, this is just me wondering, did y'all film that Tedley and Robert scene while y'all were trying to get Jet and Astro to calm down? Real quick, like did that just happen real quick? And they were trying to get them to calm down, and Robert was, or Jet was, or not Jet, just Tedley pulled Robert and said, "Hey, can we film this real quick? Let's do this real quick while they trying to calm that down." Because that would make more sense if they had separated them. Then Tedley pulled Robert to the side while they still yapping a little bit. Then they pulled them back together. I feel like the continuity for this scene was off. I could be extremely wrong, but I turned my headphones up to the point that it hurt my ears, and I could hear Jet still in the background yelling while Tedley and I feel like that may have helped the flow of that, because I was very confused. I was like, how did they teleport back together? That was the only thing about this scene where I was like, oh my, Jeff teleported to a whole new direction. But other than that, this scene was fine. I know, again, Markel, the people had you running around. I know you was tired as hell. Tired and annoyed. I would have been over it. You want to film? These two people can't shut up. We in these people building and this narrow, and you dealing in narrow spaces. You trying to film in narrow spaces. Lord have mercy. And this is these people's work building. So then you got to avoid. No, I would have been annoyed work trying to film in this building. Like looking at these hallways and Markel, I'll give you your credit, because baby, I would have said goodbye. I would have walked in there and said, we ain't filming here. This a hot mess. But they made it work, so shout out to them. We appreciate what they gave us. Let's see, Lord. Next is Astro bus scene. Y'all filmed on a moving structure, and we could tell. Other than that, the scene was clean. Okay, by that, what I mean is, it was giving a little motion sickness. It was, it was giving seasickness. But when you film on a moving structure, you really don't have a choice. So there's that. This next set is Jet, Jeff, and Marquise. This is the epitome of what it looks like when two people don't know what's going on. My goodness. Hey, Markel, filming this. What was filming this like? Better question. How long was this, Markel? We watched drinks melt. We watched drinks not get drank. We watched a straw get moved around a lot. How long was this? How awkward is the raw footage of this? That's what how awkward is the raw? This was awkward to watch. This was good drama for the television show, but like from a production standpoint, I'm watching this and I'm going, how long was this? How uncomfortable was this conversation for real? For real, like, was Jet really, really uncomfortable in this conversation? Because I would have been uncomfortable in this conversation. It looked like Jet tried to hold it together because he's clocked in for work for the show, but it was very odd. What was this like filming? I just want to know, the person who was sitting behind the camera, what were you thinking watching this? Because I don't know. I don't know. I would have hated to film this. I was sitting there like, again, because I would have been the one especially if I'm Markel and I filmed all these scenes, I would have really had to sit there and look at Marquise and been like, you really asking about this man again? Someone else is asking about Seven to Jet again. We got to do again for real. I would have been annoyed. Ooh, Markel, I'll give you credit. Ooh, Markel, I'll give you credit, but I'm going to tell you where I give you the most credit in just a second, baby. Because this one, Markel, this is where you have been solidified yourself. But Markel, for me, there's something that you did in this as a producer that will forever, for me, set you far apart from everybody else. And I do mean every other show out there. Because I know that, and here's the thing, I don't know that this has not happened with you. I know this has happened with other people. But what I'm about to get into, I live for you for not doing. So they done sat here and they done talk some mess. Keep in mind, in this scene, Marquise asked Jet the mess. Jet originally tried to deflect the mess. Marquise dug in, and Jet still gave the most politically correct answer he could come up with because he was not trying to be in any way. Again, Marquise asked the question. Jet was responsible. Marquise dug in. Jet gave a 4 out of 10 answer. Keep in mind, okay, the events that have happened. We then find out after this that Marquise has gone and told Seven and Kesey about the stuff that has happened, about the things that were said. Now, keep in mind, we just watched Jet give a 4. Actually, Jet tried to give a 0, and Marquise baited him into a 4 at best. Clearly, this was relayed to Seven as if it was a 7 or higher on the bad scale of what was said. It was also relayed as if Marquise was not the one who goaded these responses out after a acceptably responsible, polite, would have never offended nobody response was provided. Okay, we're at this scene. Seven and pulled these people apart. Seven, Marquise done told Seven this stuff was about a 7, 8, 9, 10. Baby, Markel, this is where I love you to forever. Thank you for not stepping in and putting Marquise out at any point during this. And here's why. Here's why I know, Markel, you as a producer didn't try to force feed any form of this story. We found out the day of the episode that Seven had no idea about about how the conversation went truly between Jet and Marquise until it aired. Thank you, Markel. Thank you for allowing us to have these people's natural reaction to finding out how the stuff actually played out. We got to have a real genuine moment between us and some of them cast members where a realization had to happen of what the stuff really looks like. And that is because, Markel, you as a producer didn't go tell everybody what was happening behind the scenes. Thank you. Thank you for not ruining that authentic moment for everybody at one time. Because you easily could have went and called Seven and said, hey, by the way, you should see this because it kind of didn't go down based on the energy you gave. But I'm glad you didn't, because now we get to see this stuff play out organically. And now we all get to sit here and go, wow, all of this drama started, and we have some organic things happening here. You see what happens when you allow the dramas to stay organic? You get you get the stuff to continue. It keeps going, it keeps building. And no matter where it ends up, it's never a situation where your production company force fed any of this drama. All of this drama is how it happened in real life. Now, that being said, I kind of want to say we should have a rule against these people calling each other in the background. But you know what? In this situation, it worked out. By the way, this is a perfect example of how you bring off-camera drama on camera. And I've been saying this for so long because they say, oh, it happened off screen. It happened off screen. Guess what we got? We got Stephen to stand up in that green screen and say, well, it wasn't filming because I was just at home with my man. You know, we was chilling doing our do. And he called me. And he said, whoop, 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 whoop. Boom. We're done. That was it. That's all we had to do. Sometimes y'all be acting like, oh, it happened off camera, so we're not going to talk about it. If it happened off camera, we're not going to talk about it. If it happened, even if it happened off camera, if it's affecting the things that happened on camera, it's now our business. I'm so sorry to tell y'all. If it happened off camera, but it is now affecting the things that happen on camera, it is now our business. And when I say our, I mean the viewers. It's our business now. It is. It has to be, because we're watching you play this out. This is how you bring the stuff to camera that doesn't get filmed. And I live for it. Again, Markel, the way this ended, perfection, real drama, real chaos, actual feelings being had in real time. I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. The way this episode ended was tea for me, mostly because here's the real fun. This goes down very differently for us in different time frames. For any of you who's watching this later on in life, if you happen to find this video years and years later, if you watch this and you didn't watch the chat, I'm the one who just told you that Seven had no idea that any of this happened until just now. And if you happen to see the chat, which I encourage you to always watch the Chasing chat when you watch Chasing Atlanta, because it's a good time, you would have seen it in there. But we got to share this moment in real time, and I'm glad about that. You know, but if anybody watches it later and they don't look at the chat and they don't catch any of these reviews, baby, can you imagine the way that they're going to think about it? They're going to go, did Seven ever notice? Hopefully it gets addressed in the reunion, but like, you know, it's crazy for the people who are, this is good drama. This is good. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'll be watching Chasing Dallas like I'll be watching network television. I remember watching Chasing Reality like I watch network television. But this season of Dallas is, it's giving give the girls, and when I say the girls, I just mean pay the people, like, and I don't even mean Chasing pay the people. I mean, somebody pay Chasing to pay the people, okay? Because at this point, there's a lot of these television shows that they can go ahead and just chop it because this is it. This is it right here. I mean, we know this is it right here because the people down to VH1 last year tried to copycat it with, you know, the likes of Tadra Hall, and we said, girl, what? We already got this down to the Atlanta, down to the LA, down to the Dallas. With that, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Y'all know that I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. We should be on camera, but you know what? I'm gonna make it do what it do, how it can do. So we either gonna do episodes 5 and 6, or we'll do episode 5. It really just depends on how episode 5 go and whatever feels good in my soul. With that, I'm up out of here. I'm your girl Angela, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.